Hi, welcome. This is my auction for a 1979 Honda XR500. And it's an older restoration. It was taken down to the frame. Everything was cleaned and put back together. All the bolts replaced with stainless steel bolts. Engine was painted. The engine was not split open. It didn't need to be. Everything tested good. The compression was good. So just the side covers came off, but there was no real reason to get into the piston or anything. Single carburetor, dual exhaust port, 100, California license, street legal. It's grandfather bike, so this bike basically came with a brake light and a tail light. There are no turn signals, no speedometer, no tachometer. Has a headlight on it. That's how the bike came when it was grandfathered back in probably 1980. They didn't require all the safety things that they require now, so the bike is street legal as it stands. It's already been inspected by the Highway Patrol. It is currently licensed as of June 2014. Today's date is April 5th. And I've had the bike for several years, kind of slowly restored it down to the frame, painted everything, replaced a lot of the hardware, put new shocks on it, redid the exhaust. As you see, it doesn't have the stock exhaust anymore. It's a dual port, single cylinder 500. So we just kind of bent up some different pipes, more like a supermoto style, out to a couple of Volkswagen Beetle exhaust tips. So overall, kind of a cool little look to it. Has a redone seat, all new plastics. I believe those are CB 500 handlebars. So a lot of custom stuff done to the bike, a lot of different things. It's not an original bike, but runs well, looks good. It has a 19-inch Pro Wheel aluminum wheels with Buchanan spokes, stainless steel spokes. And right now they're on Dunlop vintage tires. Tires are new, they only have a few hundred miles on them. A few things that the bike's missing. It is missing an air filter. So the box, the original box, comes with the bike but doesn't fit in this area. So we had a paper filter on there for a while and it ended up kind of clogging up, so I would recommend doing a K&N filter on it. The other thing has a headlight mount. Might be hard to see here. There's supposed to be a little clip on the back side. If you look here, see if I can zoom in on it. There we go. There's a clip on this side, on the left side, but if you look on the right, it's missing. So the headlight's still secure, but it's a smidge loose. It's not perfect, so it is missing that. It has air shocks in the front, I believe from a Nighthawk. So you add a little air pressure here. Average run about 15 pounds or so. Balances across there. And then that gives you pressure and suspension. If it sits for a few days, I've noticed that the seals will start to leak and it'll lose pressure probably after a week or so. So I usually just kind of check the air pressure before I ride it. Let's see what else here. Pretty straightforward. Oh, the other thing with the bike, it does need a front wheel bearing. So if you look, there's quite a bit of play in the front. When the wheels were made, I believe, let's see if I can zoom in here for you. I believe there's supposed to be a little collar piece in here, kind of like a shim. And I believe that's missing from when they built the wheels. I don't know if it got misplaced or never installed or what. But because of that, there's play in the front wheel. See if I can show you here. It kind of wiggles, which obviously it's not supposed to wiggle. And if you look down here, it wiggles. Again, difficult to see, but it does wiggle back and forth. So the front wheel looks to need a bearing and some sort of a collar that I believe is missing, but I'm not 100% sure. So the bike does roll and drive, and I'll show you that in a minute here. But before I did any serious riding with it, I would definitely pull the wheel off and put the bearing on it. In case you're interested, take a look on this side. It's got a Clark tank on it. Has a reserve. The chain is new. It's a gold chain. It's basically got everything except for those few items that were mentioned before. New sprockets front and rear. So overall, good bike. I got something new, so I don't need this one anymore. So if you're willing to do a little bit of work, have yourself a nice runner.